Are we there yet?
Dan and Bex are on a road trip, and it's taken them onto a motorway. Motorways, like many roads, join up with other roads using interchanges, and there's one up ahead.
Look, Bex, there's an interchange ahead. Is this our exit?
Nope. This is junction 11 and we need junction 12. Interchange is a weird word, isn't it? Do you reckon you change into something when you get to the top, like a cool dragon or a unicorn?
I wish. Sadly, it's just where roads connect with ones going in another direction by going up and over the top or underneath.
Another direction! I love that band.
Another direction on the road, not one direction. Here's our exit.
Interchanges come in lots of shapes and sizes. When you leave a motorway, you might have noticed that you often drive up or down a ramp to join the next road on your journey. Sometimes there might be a swooping loop or a roundabout to connect things together. These are all different types of interchanges. The guys might not know it, but they're driving on a diamond. A diamond interchange, that is. Diamonds, dumbbells, lilos and cloverleafs are not things you'd expect to find on a road, and neither are forks, triangles and trumpets, but you'd be wrong. They're all different types of interchanges, and the names describe the way they look. Diamond interchanges are simple, straight and slanting roads rising up over the carriageways. The very first interchange in Britain was a diamond interchange on the A1 at Welwyn. Diamonds are more frequently found on smaller roads because they need traffic lights where the roads cross, and that can slow things down. Cloverleafs are more complicated, using 4 symmetrical loops to join roads together. Smooth curves and roundabouts are great at keeping large volumes of traffic moving, but they're more expensive to build and are difficult to change. And with growing numbers of vehicles on our roads, that's a concern for planners.
Why do you think interchanges come in so many shapes?
It must depend on how many roads they need to join up. Just imagine if there was 100 roads to connect. They'd need to stack the roads like Jenga.
One very famous interchange, which connects a lot of roads, is at Gravelly Hill in Birmingham. It's more commonly known as Spaghetti Junction and connects 18 routes in a combination which looks rather like a plate of spaghetti. At 80 foot high, it has 5 levels and over 500 concrete columns. The design had to work around 2 railway lines, 3 canals and 2 rivers. Quite a challenge. Over 200,000 vehicles travel over it every day. It has its own weather station, 46 traffic signals, 3 electronic signs and 25 roadside telephones.
I love Jenga, but maybe not on the roads. How weird would that look?
Bex might have a point. It's not always great to live near very large stacked junctions because, however helpful they are, they can spoil the view.
I wonder if there are as many types of interchanges as there are types of traffic.
Interchanges are designed to cope in the best way with the type of traffic that is using them and the conditions around those roads. Curves and roundabouts help to slow things down, which might be important where vehicles are coming into areas with people, housing, hospitals and schools. Whereas straight lines might be better where the vehicles will be joining fast-moving traffic.
Here's a great joke about motorways. How do you get a dog to meow?
I don't know. How do you get a dog to meow?
Take him for a trip in a really fast car. Meow!
And here's our junction. I think you need to interchange your material, Dan.
Are we there yet? With support from the Royal Academy of Engineering. Find out more at funkidslive.com/roads.